Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the Ravenhood series live show. I have Jess from Honest Fiction. Yes, I
Yeah,
know. I have mine too. Hold on. Oh, wouldn't it be so cool? I don't know why I just thought of this. If they made special editions for these.
they did.
They did?
Mine are coming later this month.
Shut up.
Yep. They totally
What?
did. Yeah, I sent you the link when they went on sale.
Oh, wait. You ordered them?
Yeah. Oh, totally did.
Are you talking about weren't they like $150 or something?
The cheapest one was 195.
That was a long time ago though, right?
Yeah, they're just shipping out in June.
Did you see the covers yet?
No.
No, oh, that's right. Because you were like, I was like, I don't know, I don't wanna see. Oh, okay.
Yep. And
Well,
it's
that
gonna
I'm
have that
surprised
bonus chapter that I'm so excited for from
I'm just
John's
surprised
perspective.
that they haven't done it already.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Jess and I have had to mentally prepare ourselves for this because yeah,
All the feels.
yeah. Okay, so if you're just getting on, you probably have, like, some different subscribers, so I'll introduce myself. My name is Cheyenne, my channel's That Tall Book Girl.
I'm Jess. My channel is Honest Fiction.
And we both love the Ravenhood
Yep.
series. So, thank you everybody who participated in this read along too. I know we didn't like promote it super a lot, but there's been some controversy, so we're trying to us
Yeah.
faithful readers will read it and chat about it. So, all right, here we go. Hello, hello.
It wasn't a book box. It was on the author's website.
I'm having FOMO. As soon as you get it, you have to you have to
No,
call me.
I'm gonna post them everywhere.
Hi, Amanda. Hi, Caroline. All right, so I feel like wait, I feel this. See, I told you, it's just gonna do that. Okay. I feel like we should just give like a disclaimer that there will be spoilers. So if you have not finished, like we'll try to give we
Oh,
can
Lord,
try to give direction per book. Like I know that some people have not finished the series and other people still are, so there will be spoilers. Honestly, I think if you made it to Exodus, the
you're good.
spoilers they're not detrimental to your enjoyment. Like they're not gonna be like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know this happened. If you made it through Exodus, you pretty much know the course of the book. Yes. Okay. How do you want to start this, Jess?
Do you wanna do it by book?
We can do that.
Are you
Yeah. Okay, let's start with Flock.
okay?
So first off, I guess if you're in the comments, if you want to let us know what you rated it, what your initial thoughts were, like Jess, you want to share what I know this is like your second time reading too, just like me.
Yes.
So
So the first time I read Flock, I gave it 4 stars because I wasn't exactly sure where the romance was going. I didn't like one of the boys the first time I read it. So on my reread, 5 stars. Definitely 5 stars.
yeah. So who did you not like the first time?
I just felt like Sean was a little controlling and I wasn't sure what his motivations were. And then with the whole like sharing thing, I didn't know if I trusted Sean. Now I love him with all of my heart. That
See,
time I was kind of concerned.
I was the opposite. I was like, can you marry Sean today? Can
Oh
you just
no.
like that float scene? I still just cannot. I, I don't even know. I don't even know. The way she
Were
wrote
you
it.
were you expecting that float scene? Because like I wasn't at
No.
all. Yeah.
No. And I think it just came out of nowhere, but I was like, who is Dom? He is showing these colors, and I just love this side of him. I
Yeah.
knew it was gonna be all shit. Okay. Yeah. So like I loved the friendship between Cecilia and Sean. Like I just like that he kind of like had her back, but also like I understand what you did say because it did kind of piss me off at times, even in the reread where I was like, um, stop screwing her around. She's asking questions. Give her something. Give her something.
And like at the time when you don't know what the big reveal is, he's like, "Oh, you can't have your cell phone." And she like questioned. She's like, "Well, you have yours." And he was like, "Don't worry about it." Like things like that.
Mhm.
that bugged me.
Yeah, but also I kind of, like, expected that because 'cause I'm like, there's something happening here, so he's not gonna tell her, obviously, and I think you can put that together,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I just loved him. But then Dom came in, and I'm like, "Is this gonna be like a poly romance? What is this gonna be?" But it's totally different than what I expected. Yes,
Yeah.
the float scene. It was
So good.
okay, so 5 stars for Flock too. Alright, Amanda. Oh,
Dom is my favorite as well.
yeah,
Mm,
I we'll talk about that.
yeah.
First I listened to it, rated 4. Yeah, so Jess convinced me to do the audios for my reread, and it's just like a totally different experience. I personally enjoyed like the first time around reading it physically, and I think for rereading it, especially when you know what to expect and you can kind of like hear those emotions that you know is coming. Especially for someone like I read more physically, but I read about maybe 30 to 40% of my books in audio. So I'm not like fully committed to audio, so it really didn't matter. But the reread was perfect.
And I read like 90% audio, and it's still one of my favorite audiobooks. Like, I
Yeah.
just think they did an amazing job, especially with Exodus.
Yeah. See, I agree with this comment. Like the second that he showed what he's got to bring to the table, I'm like, all right, Sean, I can already tell you right now she's digging some Dom.
Yep.
Yes.
A little bit. Same.
Yeah. I want a little more sharing. Okay, yeah. There were times like I remember the times where like she'd be like laying in the bed with Dom and you'd hear like Sean come in and I was like, why is he not gonna come in the room and just like be like, go to the bed with my woman? But he just is like, whatever, it's his turn.
Yeah.
Like kind of like not caring. But I think that's the point was to make us feel like that was gonna happen and then it not happen and then like give a little bit here and there and then just want more.
And it was interesting because this is the first book I've ever read that had that kind of relationship. So I kept
Mhm.
waiting for Sean to get super jealous, and it never happened.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
I can see that.
I think I don't think that that's necessarily how all of her other books are. Do you?
Um, I think I've only read two others by her,
Okay.
and I really don't remember.
I think she has a very mature writing style, but I think with like a plot like this where so much is happening and you're really trying to like analyze what's happening, you probably do feel like you have to go back and reread to make sure you read it right. How did you like that, Isabella? It's been almost a year.
Read book three. It's really
Yeah.
and it's not gonna hurt you as much as Exodus. It's like you'll feel better after book three.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, the end of an era kinda, like, close it and keep going. Same. Well, I did, and it was great. I would recommend. Oh my gosh, my phone is blowing up. I'm behind on comments, sorry. I don't think they are. Your t-shirts are dope. Oh, thanks. Jess, let me see it.
Yeah, let's if
And
you have
that's
time.
so cute. I love it.
Lyric and Blue Etsy.
You have to read this. Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, I guess like what is the last thing that happens in Flock? I can't remember. Like what does it end on?
She looks up after blasting music at the clubhouse, and she finds out who the Frenchman actually is.
Yeah. Okay.
Like,
Okay.
scene.
So, going into Exodus, like I guess more so for them than for you, what did you guys think was going to happen? Like did you where did like did Exodus go where you planned? Like did you enjoy Exodus the most? Cuz I felt like the last 30% just was like the best part of Exodus, but that made the entire book great.
I liked all of Exodus. I feel like so much happens in Exodus. Like you have to have an entire relationship. And then that ending scene that made all of us cry. And then like almost like a conclusion because that Exodus was supposed to be the last book. And then Finish Line was just supposed to be like an epilogue. So I feel like Exodus is so much goes on.
Yeah, and I think that's like where like you really see Dom like shine.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? You just see him have his moment. Like all of their little car moments where they're just driving in his car. I those are really like my favorite. Where they're literally doing nothing.
Yeah. The first time that she goes in his car and he like floors it and then she starts laughing and that's like their first little connection.
I
Loved it.
know. I know. Oh god. His car. Okay. Why?
Wait, 21?
Monica, I will fight you over this book.
Wait,
I'm
you
not a fight.
stopped at 21? Is it 25? That's the scene?
I'm still hanging. Okay, you know what though? Like I get that. I get that because I think I thought the same thing. What
Monica,
sorry, are you
Monica, you
gonna say
literally you stopped where everything gets good, where everything comes together.
it?
Like it's literally the two boys are about to re-enter the picture. Is the chapter you stopped at?
Oh my gosh, that moment. But like, okay, but Jess, this comment, did you feel this way? Because I remember thinking the same thing. Like, I understood their devotion to her and everything, and like obviously I wanted her to end up with Dom, but he's kind of right a little bit. Like, where was the choice at?
With Sean and Dom like not choosing her? Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. Like maybe or more like prioritizing, I think is the word, like prioritizing her in that moment.
I mean, I think they were in a rough spot. Like,
Yeah.
because really Tobias did have like complete control over them, essentially.
Yeah.
So I don't yeah, I don't know.
That was probably part of his plan to
Yeah.
just like manipulate that and make it seem I don't know. I don't know. I'm still like it was one of those ones where there's something so good about each of them that you're like, really, she could do no wrong if they would just freaking own up to it and tell her what's happening.
Do you think though that it would have worked in the long run with a Dom, Sean, Cecilia relationship, like the three of them?
No,
Or would she have had to eventually pick one?
no. I think she would have had to pick. I think like Dom has Dom had this like protective side to him that I felt like didn't like express, but you could sense it. And then I think Sean was just too carefree for her. Like I
Yeah.
felt like she just needed control and she needed someone to help her like rein in that control. And I think Dom did that well. But I think that's where like I do think Tobias fits for her at the same time, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I think Tobias is 100% her person. Like they're
Yeah.
pretty much like soulmates and perfect for each other, but I'd be interested to see like how that would have played out
The
between
three of
the
them.
other
Yeah.
two. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, like that would have been a plot twist. What would Tobias do if they were like, F you? We don't care what your plan is for us.
That would have messed a lot of things up.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Right, right.
Very
And it did. It felt like even like I felt like through Finish Line, I was feeling like flashbacks to like when they met. And I mean, just like especially with her like drums, that was just so nostalgic to me. Like it made me upset. It made me like, we love rainy days, don't we, baby? Like
oh
all the
god.
all the
When
things.
when he does coffee, black, eggs runny, and woman, and he grabs her, I was crying, reading because I knew what was gonna happen. It was so sad.
I just freaking love him. I
Yeah.
just love him. I just keep hearing that TikTok voice too.
Yeah.
That like that reel or whatever
And I
whatever.
keep listening to that song. There's like a song that goes with it. Oh my god.
What song? What
I'll send it to you after. I was looking at a reel that had it.
okay. Yeah, and I kind of wish we got more in ways too, and I think, like which I have 0 complaints about the series, but it would have been nice to have a little bit more, um, but I guess that would have taken away from the romance.
Yeah, I mean, I was happy we got what we got because I wasn't expecting to find out anything about his parents.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, that was really interesting. What did you think about the mom being the one to cause all of that?
I wasn't surprised.
Oh, you weren't?
No, and even, like, the first time rereading, I wasn't surprised. It's always the mom. It's always the mom. They are always the problem.
Yeah.
Always about like, even in, like I was thinking of The Simple Wild by K.A. Tucker, which have you read that?
Yes.
Yeah, it's not like it's nothing like this series, but I'm always, like, thinking, like, that mom was the reason why she didn't have a relationship with her dad.
Yeah.
But that's always how it is.
Well, I feel like in this instance, the mom was just like immature and just didn't know what to do.
Right, right.
So I felt a little bit bad for the mom in this. In that other book, I hated the mom.
Yeah,
Just in
but it
this.
was easy to assume that it was the mom to me because I was like, "No, this is just how it normally goes."
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Mm, don't bother me.
Yeah, I was fine with it. I will say the first time they do it though, I was like, this is kind of weird. Like it just
Felt a little clinical.
it felt clinical and almost like she fully gives consent, but it just felt yeah, there's like no there's passion. There's like angry passion. But it just
Yeah,
the
like
first time felt a little
like, "Wham bam, thank you, ma'am."
yeah,
Yeah, and I think that that's why Sarah I was telling her, like, I think she needs to finish like, don't stop at Exodus because you do get really great closure for Sean, for, like you get, like, closure, I guess, in your heart or whatever, like, for moving on from Dom, because I think, like, ending at Exodus with that type of cliffhanger like, that just end to it, it you just can't recover from that. You can't
no.
recover. So you need that wrap up that they give you in the finish line. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lizelle, were you suffering this week? You know, it never works out like that. And then sometimes it does, and you're like, I wonder if it was the other way around. I just think that like that happening to Dom really made like an impact in the series as a whole.
It
So
did.
if that didn't happen, would people love it the same?
Well,
You
I
know?
also know a lot of people don't love like, they don't even read Exodus because they know there's gonna be a love interest switch. Which when I first started, I was like, "Are we really doing this right now?" But then by the end, I was like, I'm obsessed. I'm totally okay with this."
Yeah, I love that. I love, like, feeling the hurt, but I didn't know that there was gonna be a death.
Oh, no. Yeah.
So so I was completely, like, beside myself over that. I was just thinking, like, "She's gonna be heartbroken. They're gonna do something to her that's just gonna break her heart, not that one of them was going to die,"
Yeah.
which is not, like, something you could that's why I'm like, I have the hardest time explaining the series or recommending it because you can't even give a plot. I'm like, "Secret society? They keep secrets from her?" I don't even know the best way to describe it.
I used to do like just series review videos and I tried doing one for this and it's up there on my channel and I think it's only 4 minutes long. Cause like I didn't know what to say. Cause like anything was a spoiler. So I was like, girl moves to town, meets a guy,
Yep.
brings her into his world. Things progress. It's
Yep.
really sad.
Yeah. She sits at dinner with her father miserably and tries to, "Oh, this song, I don't want you to ruin my life."
Yeah, that one. That one.
Okay.
Thank you, Caroline.
Oh god, that song.
Right.
God. I love them.
Oh,
There's a playlist, right, for the series?
I think so. Yeah.
Well, we need to share that. I'm like I've been in a playlist kick lately for all the books that I'm reading. Yeah, he was. He really was. No, I'm really behind on these. Okay, I guess it was mom too. He's a man who knows what he wants. But okay, so we can talk about the finish line. Spoilers for finish line if we're going into this. Do you think when he showed up at the diner, do you think he groveled the way he should have? Like, do you think he paid his dues?
Okay, so it's hard because I feel like he's the majority of the finish line actually is him groveling,
Mhm.
but his actions don't reflect that.
Yes.
So, like, I feel like we needed to see him actually, like, do what he says he's gonna do in the relationship, not keep secrets from her and just open up, and, like, he slowly does, but at the same time, I was frustrated with Cecilia because she's kind of, like, dragging him along for, I think, almost a month, maybe more than a month, of him just, like, apologizing, saying, "I wanna love you," and she's like, "Yeah, I love you too, but, like, no
No.
intimacy, nothing, like, I don't trust you." So, I was frustrated more reading the finish line this time around, and I do think he could have used, like, a little bit more groveling.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he just needed to, like, prove his love a lot more than just be like, "Well,
Yeah.
I'm here, and I'm not going anywhere." Like, you can prove you're gonna stay there, but what are you gonna do about it? Even though I still like, it was still believable to me in the end, like, that they were supposed to be together. There I still didn't doubt that, but I think there needed to be more, or it needed to be better on his end. Like you said, like, him eating Cheetos and stuff like that, just chilling, like,
Yeah, he's just, like, depressed.
you could do a little better than that.
I don't know, I know we find out that Tobias is the one that gave her the tattoo, but I don't know if she ever finds that out.
I thought she did. I
I'm
thought
not
she
sure.
did. I thought she, like, said something to him. I don't even remember. I didn't reread the finish line, so I don't remember the part, but, hold on.
I know he talks about it towards the end of the finish line, but I think he's talking to Sean maybe?
I'm not gonna be able to find it right now. I'm
Yeah.
too distracted. I know. Yeah. Yeah, it was, like, everything as a whole. It was everything as a whole. I think it was just, like, because you saw how close they were, and, like, Tobias and Dom growing up together, and, like, where Sean fell into the mix of it too, and just I don't know. And just, like, I think the house and them all living in the house and, like,
And then
just
seeing them as children together in the finish line, like, Dom gets the chicken pox and Tobias is trying to take care of him, and it's so sad. Like, so, so sad.
but, like, that's the part that makes you love Tobias because you're like,
Yeah.
"He's not bad. He's
No.
not bad." Tobias. Oh, they answered it, okay. Oh, daddy, okay, okay.
He wasn't that much older than her. Wasn't he, like, 10 years older than her or something like that?
Yeah, it didn't feel like it.
That's a good way to explain it.
Yeah. It's just so strange. I don't even yeah, I don't even know. I wouldn't even like, I would have to really think about it, try to figure out exactly how to explain it, but I'm always just like, "Will you just trust me and just read this? Because I don't even have anything to say. Just trust me."
I listened to the Spotify playlist.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna share it on my Instagram because yes. Yes. And Sean's little happy family that he has and his wife and kids and
Did you read the, Christmas, book that she came out with? Because Sean's in that book.
what?
Yeah, oh, I forgot the name of it, but it came out this winter, and I read it, and the main character's car
Oh,
breaks.
The Plight Before Christmas?
Yeah, yeah.
I did. How did
Yeah,
I not realize that? I read that.
Sean's the mechanic that goes up to the girl and is, like, talking to her.
Yes!
It says King's
Yes!
Automotive.
Yes! Yes! Okay. Yes, but he's not, like, in it
No, he's
like,
not in
for
it, but
okay,
I was
okay,
very excited when I got to that chapter.
okay, okay, okay. Yes, I do remember that. I hated that book.
Oh, I loved it.
I know you did. I remember you being like, "Oh my god, this book is so good."
Good.
I don't know about the necklace. See, yes, Dom is just yeah. She's just like her writing is incredible anyways. The way that she puts angst into her stories and like changes them around, but like they're unput downable.
They are.
You read somebody's ocean, right?
Someone else's ocean, yeah.
Someone else's ocean. Okay, did you like that?
It was okay.
Okay,
I
I
think it's
didn't
like
read that.
3.5.
Okay. What about did you read Excess?
No,
No. You should
I
read
don't
that
think so.
one.
I will. I
I don't
thought
know
it
if there's an
was
audio. Huh?
what is it called? Excess?
Excess, Excess. It's different. It's
Okay.
different. It's got like love triangle vibes, but different. Because you read Drive, right?
Yeah.
Drive is like my favorite.
That's probably the best love triangle I've ever read.
Best ever.
Like,
Yeah. But
oh, you talked about this in a video and there isn't an audio for it.
there's
And that
not.
there's not, and that's why I didn't pick it up because I remember seeing you talk about it and be like, "Oh, I need to read that," and then I was like, "Oh, no audio. I'll get to it eventually."
I still haven't read Reverse though. Did you read Reverse?
I started it because I had an arc, and then I was like, "I need the audio," and I just never.
Yeah, it's long.
Yeah,
It's long. Everybody tells me it's so good, but I'm like, I don't know how you can beat Drive.
I have to reread Drive.
You
It's
have
gotta
to or you want to.
I have to reread it soon before I go into reverse because I like forget 90% of
Yes.
it. I just remembered that I loved it when I was reading it.
Yeah, it was so good. I just remember being like, how does she write these heroes who like keep such secretive secrets? Like
Yes,
like the first hero in Drive. He's so secretive, but I freaking love it. I don't know. Makes no sense.
this is still my favorite though. I think by her, like this
Oh
was
yeah. Oh yeah, hands down.
like
Hands down. I could reread the series every year and be fine with it. What is this? Why am I blanking on this?
isn't that Drive in Reverse? Isn't that Bittersweet Symphonies?
Is that what it's called?
I think so.
What? It sounds familiar. I don't know. That's what I've heard. Okay, but Caroline, are they like as kids for a long time or in reverse? Or maybe am I thinking of it wrong?
Yeah, 9:23 for the audiobook for that.
That's when it comes out.
Yeah,
Okay. Because that's probably like a 16, 17-hour audiobook too.
yeah, it's probably something insane.
Mhm.
Yes,
What
Bittersweet Symphony Duet is Drive and Reverse.
okay, yeah. I kind of figured. Oh, Jessica, I'm glad. Feel like more people need to read it. I just recently told my friend about it. She's in my book club here, and she's like just getting into romance. Like we started book club probably last September, and she used to read like thrillers, and she's like, I don't know if I like romance. This girl, she is literally. I'm like, I'm so jealous of you because she's reading like all of my like 5-star reads just back to back. So she's just having like winner
You're
after winner after winner. And I'm like, you are just so lucky because I can't tell you how long it took me to get to those 5-star reads. That's so
the
rare.
best.
But she's like called me crying, like hyperventilating over Flock and Exodus. Like, listen.
I always feel kind of nervous because, like, I had two people that were messaging back and forth as they were reading it, and one of them got to the doc scene and hated it and ended up DNFing the series. And they're like, "I'm not into this." And then my other friend was like, sent me like a bunch of like exclamation points, and I'm like, "Good or bad?" And she's like, "This is the best book ever." And I was like, "Cool, good, happy you like it."
Yeah, you're my kind of people.
Yeah, we're good. But she ended up loving the series, so that's awesome.
23 hours.
Jesus.
That's like Court of Mist and Fury. God. What speed do you listen to?
Depends. So fantasy romance 2 to 2.5, contemporary romance normally 2.5 to 3.
Yeah. Hmm. Trying to think of what else to say.
I'm
series.
do we never find out who gave the necklace? I don't think we did.
I don't remember that part.
Yeah, because I was looking for it on my reread and I don't remember seeing it.
Yeah, I don't remember that. Feel like we could look it up.
We
Mm.
could, but that's work.
I know, I know. Do I wanna do that digging? Do I wanna do that?
Well, I kinda like it because that way, like that kinda, like, represents the relationship, I feel like,
Right,
without actually, like, knowing who did it.
right. What did you guys rate the other 2? Oh, 5. I yeah, 5. I
Yeah.
think I gave them all 5.
Finish line, I'd probably drop to a 4, just because I felt like that was the only one that sometimes when I put it down, I was like, "Eh." It like, there's some pacing issues, I feel like, with finish
Mhm.
line.
I didn't reread Finish Line this time, so I don't really have a rating second time, but I
Yeah, I
think also, like, the first time, though, I was just on this high.
yeah.
Like, where you're like, "Oh my gosh, I love this series." I don't care they could literally have babies in the backyard, and I just would not care. I would not care.
Yeah, I think the first time I read it, I was more like, "They need to have an HEA." Like, I can't have this guy die. I don't know what's gonna happen, so, like, I flew through it, but this time knowing the ending, I was like, "Okay,
Yeah.
he's still trying to get her
Mhm.
back." Like, it wasn't as
Yeah. Yeah.
the necklace is left for her, so we don't exactly know who gave her the necklace. He's the one that tattoos her, though. We do find that.
Oh god. It just, like, makes me feel everything. That whole scene in that house, I just, like
And the fact that, like, I don't know, like, she feels so much guilt because she was afraid of him and, like, made him put his gun down, and, like, reading that, you're just like, "No, pick your gun back up. Please pick it back up."
yeah, she should feel guilty. She should feel guilty.
No, she thought that, like, they were gonna kill her.
Well, you know what, girl? Like, you don't make choices for that man, okay? I
Oh,
just
and then finding out I didn't catch this the first time, but the reason everyone was so late getting there with backup is because she slit their tires. I don't know how I missed that, and I was like, "Oh my god, you did this to yourself.
yeah,
Like, you are the reason."
that's what I'm saying. She's such a dumbass too, but I'm like, I get why you are the way that you are, but you're so stupid. You are so stupid. And that's probably why she was just so mad at Tobias too. Like, despite what he did, she's probably just, like, angry with herself for everything.
Yeah. But then Tobias, like, just not contacting her after. Like, I don't know, they both have, like, some stubborn
Mhm.
streaks they gotta work
It's a
out.
pride yeah, it's just a pride thing.
Aw, that's cute, I like that.
Yeah, but I kinda wanna know.
I feel like it would have been Dom.
Y yeah.
Aw, yeah.
I just
How
I
did you feel about the aunt and Tyler? I felt like that was a little random. I was okay with it.
yeah, you know, I thought I could have done without it. I
Same.
could have done without it.
I was
But
like, "This is
and
fine," but also kinda weird.
yeah, maybe that was just to put something different in there, I don't know, but I could have done without it. I thought both of them didn't serve much purpose anyway, so
Yeah, I thought Tyler was gonna play a bigger role in the last book, and he
mm,
was just kind of like a side character the whole
mm,
time.
yeah, yeah, and not even like a spinoff or it didn't like nothing led us to think that he would even get a book or have something I don't know.
Yeah.
He just seemed pointless.
Thank you. I also needed to make more sense. So if any of you guys wanna explain to me the very end of Finish Line, that'd be great.
Yeah, I'm not super fresh on that, so somebody else is gonna have to do that. I didn't yeah, that was not
I know she hired a Raven herself, and, like, he was somehow involved in the takedown of Antoine, but, like, I don't know exactly what she did in order to take him down.
I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember that. Hmm.
Also, I was gonna say this earlier, I know you didn't reread the Finish Line, but do you remember the scene where Cecilia goes back to her hometown, and then she meets Sean's wife,
Y
and Sean's wife is just so rude to her.
Yeah,
That scene annoyed me. The second
right,
I'm like,
right, and that's why I'm like, "No, wrong choice, go
yeah,
back."
she was so mean. And then I was like, whatever, like Sean's married to this like angry woman.
Yeah, and I don't know, like, those are those moments where you're like, "D could could she have done it differently? Could she have done it differently?" Like, look at Tobias right now. He's barely doing anything, barely surviving, and trying to win a girl back who's not giving the time of day and who's literally like pulling him by a string. And you have Sean who's over here and he's miserable. Cecilia's still driving Dom's car.
Which luckily had a tracker in it, so that was good.
Right. But like nobody, it doesn't seem like anybody is with who they should be with, yet it makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with this last comment that I wasn't mad Sean moved on, but I didn't like that it was her he moved on with.
Yeah. I don't remember her. Did she say anything to him? Because I don't remember like them having a conversation. I remember her being like rude and ugly to her, but I don't remember what if she said anything.
Yeah, she says something. So I think Cecilia like notices the ring and she's like, "Oh, are you Mrs. like whatever?" And she was like, "Yeah." It like took a while. He was like depressed after you left, and then like she was really, really mean to her.
Okay, I kind of remember that.
Dom's book?
Yeah. So all three of the books follow all of them, and he dies in the second book, Exodus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, this girl wasn't even a thought in their minds when all this was happening. So wife can take off.
And then Tobias got with the girl that Cecilia meets in Flock at that one meetup.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
See, all these little things that just seem like not important in the grand scheme. I know.
Oh yeah, they were just on his bookshelf. That was Dom was the best. Dom was so good.
I miss Tom. Can we bring him back?
No.
God.
Well, those
Oh.
special editions, she said a very long Dom chapter is like with the book. So I'm excited for that. I'm probably gonna cry a lot, but
Well, are you gonna read it physically?
yeah,
Okay.
that I'll read physically. I mean, like
Okay.
I need that.
So here's what we're gonna do is you're gonna call me
Okay.
and you're gonna put me on speaker and you're gonna read it to
I'm
me.
gonna read it out loud. Cecilia did annoy me a little bit more on my reread. I still love her, but like sometimes some of her actions, I'm just like, why? Why are you doing this?
Yeah, especially like you said, when you know what's coming next and you see that like she's the downfall to it, you're the reason why this happened. You can't be upset, chick. Indeed. Indeed. Yeah. But, like, they all kinda do that. Like, that's just their way of, I don't know, stirring shit up.
Well, the end of Flock, when they all pretend that like they were just messing with her and they play that song. So sad.
Yeah. They mhm. All the times, like, at the pool house and things like that, I'm like, "Y'all are awful."
Yeah.
Um, so Jess got them from a couple months ago, but they're sold out, right? They
I
sold
think
out? Yeah. Like, $195?
the most expensive one I think was like 295 or something like that.
You only get books, right? Nothing else?
No, you get illustrations, stickers, that bonus chapter, and then the 3 books. And I didn't even look at like what the expensive one came with because I didn't want to be tempted. So I just went to the 195.
But I'm assuming they're the same covers, right?
Yeah,
For both
they're
of
the
them?
same exact books. Books are all the same, and I think the illustrations are the same and the stickers are the same, but I don't know what like extra stuff you get in that.
as long as you have the books.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, those are gonna be so good. You said they already shipped?
I got an email saying they're shipping soon, so I'm very excited.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
But honestly, like, I love the original covers, like,
Me
they're so
too.
pretty.
Me too. But I'm just, like, surprised she hasn't made her own alternative
Yeah,
covers yet, you know? Like, there's literally only been this.
and these are indie published, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love them, and I love that they're matte and the raven. Oh gosh, they're just so pretty. Oh, I love this series so much. To get my book box this month.
Oh, that's so cool. Is that at a signing, Caroline, that you're gonna meet her?
Nice. That'll be so cool.
I'm so jealous, all of you guys going to Book Bonanza.
Did you not get a ticket?
No, I'm not going. I'm gonna try to go to a Polycon next year. That's my goal.
Mm. There's a lot of authors going to Polycon next
Yeah.
year. I'm like, I feel like this is going to be the big signing that I go to, and then I don't know if I'm going to go to one next year. I don't know. I say that, and then I'll end up booking a flight to somewhere. I did get tickets to that one in South Carolina. Did you get one for that?
Mm-mm.
Why do I not know the name of this?
The only reason I would do a Polycon is because it's a 3-hour drive from my house, so I don't even have to fly.
Mhm. I don't even remember the name of it. I'm gonna have to get back to you on that. But it's I think like I know Almo's going, like a lot of bigger authors are going. It's in South Carolina, like I don't know, I don't know what it's called. I'm terrible with all that. Nice. That's cool. I like it when narrators come to signings.
Yeah, yeah, Indies Invade Philly. There was like a bunch of narrators, and I thought that was really cool. But they were like more contemporary romance, and like I'm kind of still just getting into that
Mhm.
genre, so I didn't know a lot of them.
Yeah,
But that was neat.
yeah. You read majority like fantasy, right?
It's pretty 50-50 the last year, but like the year before it was mostly fantasy romance.
Mhm.
I don't really read like high fantasy at all anymore.
Is that, like, exhausting reading a lot of fantasy? Because I feel like the world building, I would just probably, like, throughout my day, be trying to figure out what everything looks like in my
I
head.
am just chasing the high of ACOTAR, essentially. It's like I'm trying to find a book that gives me those feels.
You haven't found that yet?
FPAA from Len Ash came
Yeah,
close.
yeah,
Not quite there. So
yeah. That sucks.
yeah.
Alright, well, that was depressing and fun all at the same time. Thank you, everybody who participated in this read along. I'm glad we got to do this, and it was all Jess's idea. All Jess's idea.
Thank you for doing it with me.
Yeah, anytime, anytime. Probably do it again next year.
Sounds good.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. That's all we got. All we got. We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.